Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? NFL free agency in full swing started today at 3 o'clock Central. The Saints have agreed to a deal with safety Marcus Maye. That much we know. We are still awaiting at this moment word from Deshaun Watson on where he may land. We have seen the Saints' Super Bowl odds dramatically improve over the last couple of hours, which is leading a lot to believe that maybe Watson's leaning toward the Saints. The Falcons did restructure Matt Ryan today, so the fact that the Falcons got in late and the fact that Watson's from Atlanta, and now you have the circumstantial evidence of Matt Ryan restructuring his deal, leading some to think that maybe Atlanta is the front runner. We'll all just wait and see when Deshaun Watson makes a final decision. What we know is that the Saints needed to clear about $70 million worth of cap space, and they did it by restructuring a lot of players over the last several weeks, and it did give them some space to make a few moves, like signing safety Marcus Maye to replace the departed Marcus Williams, and also to tender defensive lineman Shy Tuttle. So remember Shy Tuttle, undrafted free agent out of Tennessee in 2019. And my goodness, he has been one of the really pleasant surprises from that rookie class. Played in every game during his rookie season in 2019, was in a reserve role in 2020. And then this past year, he started 15 of the 17 games the Saints played in 2021. Now, some of that was out of necessity, right? When you look at the Saints defensive line last year, David Onyemata was suspended for 6 games because the Saints had the cap issue they did in a year where it was an unexpected lowering of the salary cap coming off the COVID year because the league's revenue was down, so the salary cap was down. The Saints had to say farewell to guys like Sheldon Rankins. They traded Malcolm Brown. They had to clear space in their books by clearing players. This year, they didn't have to do any of that. They were able just to clear $70 million by restructuring contracts. Last year, they had to let players walk. And on the defensive line, that was really the bulk of it, where you saw Trey Hendrickson sign a free agent deal with Cincinnati. We mentioned Sheldon Rankin signing his deal with New York. They traded Malcolm Brown. So they were thin at defensive tackle, especially when you consider David Onyemata's 6-game suspension. Part of the thing we talked about, if you remember all this last preseason, was Peyton Turner. Coming in as a rookie, he could cross-train, he could come off the edge, but he could also kick down inside, give you sort of an athletic edge rusher playing tackle. We give you another body there. And Peyton Turner ended up with an injury-plagued season, only played in a few games for New Orleans. It thrust guys like Shy Tuttle and Albert Huggins right into the thrust of that Saints defensive line, and they hardly missed a beat. You were talking about still one of the best run defenses in the NFL, as the Saints have been now for the better part of a half decade since Dennis Allen came back. They've been so good in that respect. And I look at that defensive line, and the deal they gave Shy Tuttle is a tender at $2.433 million. Now, that is the lowest tender for a restricted free agent. Remember, when you tender a free agent, it's tiered, and if you put a higher tender on that player, you have to pay him that salary, but if he signs with another team at that level or higher, you get an equivalent pick as compensation if you lose a restricted free agent. Well, this is the lowest compensation they could offer Shy Tuttle. So if someone comes in and offers a better deal to Shy Tuttle and he takes it, the Saints would not get compensated with any pick, but they would have the opportunity to match that contract to retain him. I will be interested to see what the market is for Shy Tuttle. But when you really spell it out, we focus so much on wide receiver, on tight end. We've talked about safety, obviously, because Marcus Williams out. We're talking about left tackle because who knows what's going to happen with Tron Armstead. Defensive tackle is a need position for this team right now. They have 2. The Saints have 2 defensive tackles on the roster right now. 2. Under contract. David Onyemata, Albert Huggins. That's it. That's the only 2 defensive tackles they have under contract right now on the roster. Now, they've tendered Shy Tuttle. Hopefully, they're able to retain him. We mentioned Peyton Turner is a guy that could cross-train, play end and tackle, so could give you some depth there as well. But I like Shy Tuttle. He became a starter for you this year in 15 games. I like him as a rotational piece, whether he's taking the first snap or not. You need help at defensive tackle, and that's a place the Saints are going to have to look in this draft. If it's mid-round, late round, whatever it is, you're going to have to find someone that can be part of a defensive tackle rotation because you have leaned out there. I like David Onyemata, and I think Onyemata, Tuttle, Turner, Huggins could have a nice little rotation on the interior. But, boy, you are dangerously thin at defensive tackle, and they got to find a supplement there for someone who might be a starting caliber player, even if it's a veteran that you can get cheap on a short-term deal, or if it's trying to get a young guy in hitting in the draft. But either way, that's a major position of need that we're not talking enough about right now is defensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints. But Shy Tuttle, for now anyway, looks like he will be back in New Orleans unless if a team comes in and offers him a contract higher than the tender he signed with the New Orleans Saints. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.